In the cold, late afternoon of December 20th, 2005, outraged parents of the Dover School District hurried to the courtroom to make an important change to the academic study. On October 18th, 2004, the defendant Dover Area School Board of Directors passed a 6-3 vote following. Students will be made aware of gaps and issues in Darwin's theory and of other theories of evolution, including but not limited to intelligent design. The Dover School District announced by press release on November 14, 2004, that come January 2005, all teachers will be required to read the following statement to students in 9th grade biology classes. All students in the class were required to learn about Darwin's theory of evolution and eventually take a test on the subject. Because Darwin's theory is simply a theory and not a fact, students are encouraged to have an open mind when learning about the subject presented. Gaps in the theory exist for which there would be no evidence. What is a theory? A well-tested explanation that unfurls a broad range of ideas. When the suit was actually brought to court, many prestigious arguments were made from both sides. Parents stood up on the stand and testified. Teachers were able to give their opinions and thoughts to the judge as well as the courtroom, and there were many instances and standpoints on how the Dover School District Board in general is a damaging factor to both students and parents. Many argue that this was the right thing to do, that all children should be exposed and aware of the religious viewpoints, while others argued that creationism could be viewed as a religious endorsement. The case went on for a little bit longer than a month before it was presented in front of the Supreme Court, where many telling statements were made, and separate cases were correlated. For example, the most famous American trials of the 20th century, the Scopes monkey trial, was presented as a point of factual evidence for the court and used as a prime example of a similar case. The Scopes monkey trial was the 1925 prosecution of science teacher John Scopes for teaching evolution in a Tennessee public school, which a recent bill has made illegal. A very similar case is the case of Edwards v. Aguillard. The Supreme Court, on June 19, 1987, a Louisiana law bearing the teaching of evolution in public schools, unless accompanied by the teaching of creationism, was deemed unconstitutional under the First Amendment's Establishment Clause, which prohibits laws respecting an establishment of religion. In 1981, Louisiana enacted the Balanced Treatment for Creation Science, an evolution science in public school instruction act, commonly called the Creationism Act. It did not require that either evolution or creationism be taught in public schools. However, the act stated that if one theory is presented, then the other must be as well. According to supporters, the bill had a non-religious purpose, which was protecting academic freedom. This court ended up ruling in favor of Aguillard, 7-2. After this ruling was final, education in public school systems was changed and reevaluated. From this ruling, any religious aspects of evolution or Darwinism is unconstitutional and was taken out of public schools. Most curriculums were under review. The only schools where the religious parts of evolution are still allowed are private Catholic schools. The religious aspect of evolution should not be allowed in schools and is overall unconstitutional. Maybe we should think of other sections in the curriculum and reevaluate if they are up to our standards now.